Hello. Welcome to Loose Threads Thursday. I am really excited today. Not only is it an absolutely beautiful day and I got to spend the morning in the pool with the little girls, but I have something that's very exciting to share with you. So I've given you in this group some little hints and some sneak peeks and things like that of some things that I've been up to. But a little story that kind of goes along with this is that when I started quilting, it has been, let's see, my middle girl is 9, so it's been just about 8 years ago that I decided, I had the conversation with my husband in the car that what would I do, or what would happen if I just quilted like it was my job. Now, I didn't know how to quilt at that time. It was something I had always wanted to do, and I had kind of played with it a little bit. Like, I still have some blocks that I had hand stitched together before, but I had wanted to learn how to quilt. And so my husband is so awesome, and he said, go for it. So I jumped in and started teaching myself, and then I took a craftsy class and things like that. And so as I started learning to quilt, I realized that like what I really wanted to be able to do was to design. But I didn't feel like I was qualified to design because I needed to learn how to quilt first, right? Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, so today is really exciting because today I have released my first quilt pattern. Now, I released a little pattern for some placemats earlier in the year, kind of like as a practice run and to learn how to write things and stuff like that. And they were placemats that I'd been selling in my shop anyway. But today, I get to share with you my first quilt pattern. Now, I have kept this under wraps for, oh gosh, it could be like as close to 6 months that this has been in works with everything that I've been doing. So let me show you because I'm so excited. This is, I call it Around the Neighborhood. Can you see? Let me hoist it up. This is the second quilt that I have made with the pattern. But this is Around the Neighborhood, and I have released it today on both Craftsy and my Etsy shop. And I made this because, let me show you the first one that I made. I saw this fabric, and it's made by this designer named, I think her name's Maureen Cracknell, and just about every fabric that she does is absolutely beautiful. But I saw this fabric, and I had this picture immediately in my mind what I wanted to do with it for a quilt. And so I made this. So I wrote it out, figured out what I wanted to do, and I made this. And we loved it so much that we decided we wanted to keep it. Of course, it's not quilted or anything like that, but I started working on the pattern, and I was going to try to do everything digitally, like, you know, show pictures of what the quilt would look like, but try to have all of the instructions and things done with digital art and things, but it just didn't look well. I couldn't get it right. So I went ahead and I put this one aside, and I found new fabric that was absolutely beautiful, because the point of what I want with this pattern is that it shows off all of the fabrics that you love. So it just like frames them, all these beautiful fabrics. And so that's what I wanted to do. So I went and I found more fabric that I thought was absolutely beautiful, which I've shown you guys this fabric before. And I made this quilt, but this time I went through and I took pictures, lots and lots and lots of pictures, step by step, so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about and kind of see my process through. And then with my Pro Tip Tuesday, I have made some helpful videos to help with like getting all of the lines straight when you're doing your sashing, so that all of these vertical sashing spots stay together and that nothing gets off and is wonky. So those will be in there to help you. So it's full color. It is got all of the instructions on how to do everything. And I want to give a big shout out to Hannah, who edited for me. She was my proofreader, make sure everything was spelled right, and checking things to make sure that it all looked nice and everything like that. And Sweet Patty, my quilter friend, who went through and looked at it with a quilter's eyes and checked my math and made sure everything made sense, and that, you know, someone who is a beginner quilter could be able to maneuver this. So it's a beginning pattern. It uses fat quarters, a little bit of yardage, and anyway, I am just like so thrilled to get to do this, because this has been my dream for years to get to release quilt patterns. So I am absolutely excited to do this, and I will probably put the quilt in the shop, because we're going to keep the other one. And but if you have any questions about this, I'll put the links to the pattern in the comment section. And yeah, so I'm excited today. Can you tell? New pattern. And just, you know, thanks guys, because without you and like your support and just even liking and commenting on stuff, I mean, that's how I get to do this stuff, and you guys are making it so I get to live my dream, and I appreciate that so much. I mean, for real, it is huge that you guys come and hang out with me, and that, you know, a lot of you have let me make t-shirt quilts for you, or, you know, placemats and all sorts of things, and I just really, really appreciate your support and you helping me get here. So that's it for today's Loose Thread Thursday. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and if you have some cool water to get into somewhere, I highly recommend it. It is fantastic out. Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you next week.